Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Zulmi Safi bin Halid as a Group 24 leader. In this IDP project, we got Team 6 with the title Smart Drying Machine. We were guided with our mentor, which is Professor Madya Engineer Technology, Nasrul Amri Muhammad Amin. This group is consist with 5 members, which is me, Muhammad Firdaus, Muhammad Ifat Sazwan, Sharul Mukmin, and then Abdi Raza Osman. Now we go to the explanation about this project.
Today I will be explaining about the introduction. What is food preservation? Food preservation is the maintenance of safe and nutritious food for an extended period of time. Examples of preserved foods include properly packaged, refrigerated, frozen, canned, and dried products. Because our project is mainly focused on dried fish, so I also will be explaining about the fish preservation methods. For the fish, there are three main ways to preserve fish, which is drying, freezing, and vacuum packaging. Drying is the process where we are removing water from the fish, which inhibits the growth of microorganisms. Freezing is the process of lock up the water as ice, so it prevents bacterial growth. And lastly, vacuum packing is the process where it works by removing the oxygen. Next, I will be explaining about the importance of fish preservation. First, it supplied the cheapest available protein sources in Malaysia. It contributed to gross domestic product (GDP) and provided employment opportunities to fishermen and fish farmers. And lastly, it reduced the amount of fish that had to be imported for the needs of the people. In this project, we propose to design a smart drying machine where it can dry many fish at a time. The fish will be arranged level by level in a machine, and this machine will also portable where the product can be placed indoor and outdoor. This product can also be controlled by other devices such as handphones, meaning we can control and monitor the temperature and manually stop the machine after the fish are dry. Next, I will be trying to relate the fourth industrial revolution and sustainable development goals into our project. This smart drying machine will be controlled by Internet of Things (IoT) using Arduino or Wi-Fi module platform, aiming to meet the Industrial Revolution 4 IR 4.0 while it reduces the manpower. Based on 9th SDG, build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation, we can say that these dried fish industries can stay alive a lot longer. Besides, this project also will meet the 7th goal of Sustainable Development Goal, which is affordable and clean energy because we will use the solar panel as the power to the system. In addition, we also consider the 8th Sustainable Development Goals, which is decent work and economic growth by increasing productivity. This is because this machine can dry many fish at one time, so we can save time while drying the fish in multi-state.
What is dry fish? Dry fish refer to the way fish is preserved by soaking it in salt water mixture and drying it under the sun or being smoked over low heat. When supplier prepare dry fish, usually the leftover fish is used to undergo this process because fishery activity has to stop during monsoon season due to the strong and dangerous wave. Why dry fish is important? Dry fish is important because it allows the fish to be stored longer and also low rate of water activity that can inhibit the growth of fungi and bacteria. Next, I will talk to you all about the factor of declining in making the dry fish. First, drying process is to depends on weather conditions cause the process to be a bit difficult. Secondly, need a lot of handling fish around when the weather is not suitable for drying process. Thirdly, increases the chances of fish exposed to rain, dust, dirt, insects, and animals. Fourthly, sunlight received in Malaysia is simply not sufficient to dry up the fish quickly. Lastly, it is impossible to control the temperature and humidity of the dry fish surrounding in open air condition. What is smart drying machine? Smart drying machine help to speed up the drying process during the monsoon season while monitoring the quality and temperature of dry fish with ease. How smart drying machine works? Smart drying machine can be controlled manually and via phone, which is receiving data by using Wi-Fi as a medium. The data will be processed by the microcontroller and send back any signal to the phone or the indicator. How smart drying machine have been proposed? Smart drying machine have been proposed when we see the problem of supplier that had high demand of dry fish but lack on stock due to a lot of problem, which is bad weather, rain, dust, dirt, insects, animal. Other than that, they had problem to control and monitor the temperature and humidity of their dry fish. Features of smart drying machine. Smart drying machine has a transparent cover which will cover the whole product from rain, dust, dirt, insects and animal. Besides that, smart drying machine also include Wi-Fi module to transfer data and microcontroller to process the data. Besides that, smart drying machine also have closed circuit television, which is CCTV, to monitor the condition of the dry fish. Sensor to control and monitor the temperature and humidity. Then smoke detector to detect smoke from fire and auto shutdown relay, which will cut off the system when gets signal from the smoke detector. Lastly, solar panel and power bank as a backup when blackout or no electric supply.
I will proceed to the problem statement. Dried fish enterprise play an important role in the socio-economic development of communities around Perlis. This enterprise is a source of income for villagers, especially for the fishermen who cannot go to the sea during the monsoon and storm season. Due to the weather change factor as well as unpredictable weather, this fish drying process cannot be done continuously throughout the year, as it is still used traditional method without using the latest technology facilities. This is because this drying process only happens in the presence of sunlight during the summer and is done in open areas, which also contribute to the threat of animals such as wild dogs. Therefore, the demand for dried fish in the market cannot be fully met during the monsoon season. This dried fish drying process required modern characteristic features that do not have to rely entirely on the weather. Furthermore, this traditional fish drying process takes a quite long time, up to 3 days for complete drying due to the volatile sunlight heat temperature factor. Modern drying technology is needed to speed up the process in order to increase the productivity and also can save time. In other words, this traditional dried fish industry sector also lack of safety features to ensure the safety of worker and product. Security features are the most important thing in every enterprise. Therefore, this enterprise require smart security features to ensure the safety of all parties so that the enterprise can be implemented safely in the long term. Now, I will be explain about the objective for our project. Our project contains 3 main objectives, which is number 1, to make sure the fish drying process continuously. Second, to reduce time during the drying process. And third, to improve the safety features and allergy hygienic of the machine. Based on the objective, we can dry the fish continuously even in the monsoon season or bad weather, and also can be used when there is no electric supply. This is because our machine is fully covered and have heater to make sure the temperature and the humidity of the fish is perfectly controlled in order to dry the fish. This project also can reduce the time for the drying process. This is because the project has equipped with many heaters from various angles to ensure the maximum and even heat conduction. so that it will take a shorter time for the supplier to dry the fish in order to sell it as soon as possible. In addition, the machine also have many chefs that can dry many fish at the same time. Other than that, we have made some improvement in safety features, which is it will automatically shut down if there is any smoke or fire. Next, we apply technology which is can control and monitor the system by a smartphone. From the technology we apply, we can keep the safety and hygienic of the machine and also for the product.
Now I will continue with the scope. The first scope is this project is basically focused on small to medium fish due to the cost. Based on this scope, not all size of fish can be used on this project because this project is not too large and not suitable for the bigger fish. We are focused on majority of supplier when choose the fish before drying fish process. The second scope is this project just maintaining certain temperature 60 to 90 degrees Celsius that has been set to dry the fish. Based on this scope, when we focus on maintaining the temperature, we can reduce time when dry the fish from 2 days to 1.5 day and make the supplier able to sell quickly. The third scope is this project only use C++ language for programming and CATIA for drawing. This scope just explain about what software we use during do this project. We use C++ language because easy to coding and we use CATIA because this software is more complex during do the designing. Then the system design will include performance, functionality, ergonomic, cost, safety, and aesthetic value in this smart drying machine. Based on this scope, we put some best characteristic of this project so that the supplier will be satisfied about this project, especially for the safety. That will make supplier not have to worry about problem of this project. The last scope is this project is limited to dry fish average of 250 kg to 300 kg per day. Based on this scope, we are limited average 250 kg to 300 kg per day because we want supplier dry many fish in one time and help the supplier to increase their productivity. Now we continue with benchmarking. In this benchmarking, we choose three old products which is SS Food Dehydrator FD10, traditional drying fish, and solar dry dome technology. This table shows the characteristic about three products. These three products use different process to dry the fish. For SS Food Dehydrator FD10, this product use electrical power to dry the fish, which is have 10 shelves in a machine where fish can put on it. For the traditional drying fish, this process used fully from sun resources where the supplier are depend on the sun only. For third product is solar diadem technology. This product is same as traditional but more economically because have transparent cover to protect the fish. This product has solar panel to absorb the heat from sun to dry the fish. Next table is the advantages and disadvantages for every type of the product. So based on these advantages and disadvantages, we produce a machine in our project which is smart drying machine. We input the certain characteristic to counter the all three product so that our product can be satisfied for all suppliers.
To conclude the idea about this project, we can easily say that this project will benefit the supplier in many ways, such as safety and the weather and the production. Also, this project will make the supplier less concerned about their product, which requires a favorable weather conditions to ensure that it is ready to sell without running out of supply owing to the high consumer demand. The product will be more clean and hygienic, and it will be able to be collected on time with no overdried or undried concerns. And this is due to the fact that the supplier can simply maintain their items with with their smartphones, even if they are not in the range of their items. And last but not least, there is no need for the supplier to be concerned about their machines when there is something wrong happens because of the machine has sensors that concern the smoke and fire as the factor of safety. And finally, this smart drying machine met the criteria of the problem described in the sixth theme of the integrated design